Hey, you've reached channel Creative Writing Prose. I'm Robin. This video will be all about tools that writers tend to need. And when I say tools, I mean the most basic tools. Don't worry about any extra fancy things or anything like that. Just very fundamental, starting out, budding writers tools. First, got a pen. Hear this question too often. And the truth is, the majority of writers have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 probably half-decent pens somewhere near their vicinity. I carry probably half a dozen at this point in my handbag, and I always have 2 or 3 in my office, and yeah. You can use pens, of course, for writing things down, jotting down ideas, or if you like writing by hand, of course, pen to paper, great. Speaking of paper, Post-it notes or a little notebook. I have a little notebook in my handbag in case I need to jot down ideas for a story, or if I need to write down the order that my partner and I have for morning tea, so I don't forget what he ordered to eat. Yeah, so pen and paper or a little post-it note thing, post-it note pad, sorry, or of course lined paper. I actually need lined paper if I want to write things out neatly, or I need a ruler on hand. So pen, paper, ruler, 3 things. When it comes to pens, you can also use different colors of pens to categorize things. I tend to not do this. I tend to categorize things by doing things in writing words in brackets, because I keep forgetting what the colors are, and then I get distracted and I get dizzy because I'm actually dyslexic. I think I mentioned this before in a previous video, but yeah, if you want to color code, more power to you, but not my thing. If you're a doodler or much of an artist, I kind of am, I wish my hands would be a little more steady. Lead pens, also colored pens, great. If you don't have kids, then the twistable Crayolas are actually very good. That way you don't have to always worry about sharpening them, and then they break, and sharpen them, break and sharpen. Yeah, so those are some good tools if you want to do visual planning for your book or short story. Of course, once we've introduced pencils, a decent eraser or a few of them is a good idea to have on hand. There are also highlighters, felt tip pens. Yeah, if you prefer those or have a reason, find a reason to use those. I can think a lot clearer without the crows. Yeah. Again, use a ruler, especially if you need to draw a straight line. Also, I have a little set of this. Has a protractor and ruler and one of those triangle things. I can't remember what they're used for. It's been a long time since that part of school, but yeah, that can help you with drawing and measuring and that sort of thing. If you like drawing but you don't want to waste good paper, reusing paper that's been printed on one side is always useful. And of course, having a wad of fresh printing paper on hand can be good for when you need to do editing. There's something about once you've printed out a document or a chapter that all the errors just pop up somehow. So make a habit of doing that and having that material on hand. Along with printing paper, of course, comes a printer and a good supply of ink cartridges. I think that goes without saying. And of course, if you like to type your novel or short stories or whatever you're working on, then obviously a computer which has the necessary applications is going to be necessary for you. I use Windows Pro. It seems to do, it does everything I need it to. Sorry, itchy nose. And I actually don't recommend the standard Windows. Yeah, also a quick tip about the model of Windows or the other one, I can't remember its name right now. Don't update to the next one in the middle of a project where you have to get used to the new one all over again, that can be very frustrating. So update your Windows or again whatever the other one is when you have time to get to know it. When it comes to picking out a computer, if you are not sure, if you haven't done this before, or if you haven't gotten a new computer in a long time, I recommend you do a lot of research about the different types and their different capabilities, because you don't want to get one which can't do something you need it to or isn't compatible with the program that you use regularly. And especially, you really don't want to buy a laptop or a computer that's very prone to flatlining a lot. Crashing, sorry. Yeah, you don't want that, so please research your technology first before purchasing it. When you're writing, or when you're not writing actually, using a sound recorder, recording your voice, stating what's happening and what people are saying, things like that, can be helpful. I don't use one, but some people have said it's very helpful, and it's actually gone when they use the audio recorder, a voice recorder, they actually get the book finished faster, so that might be something to consider. If you print a lot of notes, then a ringback folder, or even if you do a lot of handwritten documents, you might want a ringback folder to file them away. If you use a ringback folder, also clear slips might be a good idea for you. If you have different categories of documents in a folder, I recommend buying some dividers. If you need inspiration for a story, I recommend looking at photos of, or just living life in general, seeing what's out there, people, and that will inspire you to write. Well, at least inspire you to come up with ideas to write, A whiteboard or corkboard can help you visualize and plan a larger piece. I do everything digitally, but if that helps you, that's good for you. Some people need that extra kinesthetic learning or working kinesthetically. I mentioned this before in other videos, you can draw from your own life experience to write. I actually recommend this as long as it's done in a way where no one else can identify, oh, that's them, and that sort of thing. Keep it sort of generic or altered in a way where people just see it as the characters, the plot. That's it for today. I hope this video was useful for you. Feel free to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to check me out on Facebook and Twitter, links in the description. And of course, feel free to check out more videos. Keep being creative.